Guys, Robbie drives to work. I think this is number four. Um, Honestly can't remember it. It has been sort of a long time, but we're back. Second day of the new job edition. Had a great first day. Uh, Honestly, one of my biggest takeaways from my first day at work was there's no automatic flushers on the toilets in the bathroom. That's honestly huge. I don't know if anyone deals with the automatic flushing problem as much as I do, but the thing just keeps flushing. I'm just trying to go to the bathroom, trying to go to the bathroom in peace, and the thing keeps flushing on me. So no automatic flushers in the bathroom of the new office. Great way to start the new job for sure. Got to talk about the Bears, obviously. Sunday overall was the day of guys who shouldn't have been out on the field. It started with Lamar Jackson, so I guess obviously I'm segueing away from the Bears for a minute. I'm trying to avoid talking about it, obviously. Lamar Jackson, I don't know it was obvious Joe Flacco. I thought Joe Flacco should have started that game. Obviously, they weren't going to do that at this point, but um, there's no reason he shouldn't have gotten into the game. You watched like two or three drives of that game, and it was obvious that Lamar Jackson didn't stand a chance. The guy can't throw the ball more than 10, 15 yards. You can't win games in the NFL like that. Joe Flacco's a proven winner. Obviously, he's not like an incredible franchise quarterback, but he's won games in the playoffs. He can make throws downfield, and especially in the second half, they started out. I think they down 16-0 or something going into the second half. Needed to make a comeback, and you just stick with Lamar Jackson. And obviously, he made some meaningless throws for a few drives, and it didn't matter. All of a sudden, another drive matters, and he fumbles again. He was holding out of the ball, taking sacks because he was scared to throw it. So they think he's their quarterback of the future. That's fine. I personally think he stinks. I just don't. I don't think. I think he's gimmicky. He allows them to stay in the game with a really good defense. But if he doesn't have a really good defense, he's not going to be an NFL level quarterback. So shouldn't have been out on the field. Lamar Jackson. He was out there. Ravens lost. Cody Parkey shouldn't have been out there on the field for the Bears. What happens? The Bears lose. Every single Bears fan, anyone who watched the Bears all year long, knows how bad Cody Parkey's been. Had zero confidence in him. Every time he stepped up to kick a field goal in this game or any game for the last 6-7 weeks of the season, you're just standing up like praying that he can maybe make the field goal or at least not hit the goalpost. And of course, the double doink. I'm gonna remember that call for the rest of my life. I just couldn't believe it. Hits both goalposts, and honestly, it's the most depressing way to lose too. Like at least miss it by a mile. He kicks it, and it's like, oh, that might go in. Oh, that might go in, and it hits the side of the goalpost and drops back, and everyone gets excited for like half a second, and all of a sudden it falls forward, and the Bears lose. So they got what they deserved, and they turtled too. Tariq Cohen doesn't get a carry the entire game, gets 4 touches. That's crazy. You have your best offensive playmaker not touching the ball. Where else do you see that happen? I get that he's not, obviously, they have Howard. Howard's really good. He's not exactly a every down player. But there's no excuse for not getting Tariq Cohen the ball more than 4 times and not handing it to him a single time and trying to run the ball side to side on a tough front 7 as opposed to just running straight into him. Or taking the deep shots that they took the entire end of the third quarter and fourth quarter that they seemed to be open every time, and the Bears didn't make any attempts to take deep shots early in the game. So, I don't know. I love Nagy. I think he did a great job all year long, but he turtled when it mattered the most, and that was really unfortunate, honestly. But you know what? Bright future, good year coming. That double doink call, I'll still remember it forever. But anyway, on to the national championship game. Obviously, that was last night. Clemson blew out Alabama. Just for the record, I told a bunch of people I probably should have tweeted it, but then again, if I tweeted it, I would have screwed Clemson and they probably would have lost. But I picked Clemson to win that game outright from the beginning. Trevor Lawrence is unbelievable. I said it from the beginning of the year. I was kind of wondering why Kelly Bryant was starting. I was a huge fan of his and of Trevor Lawrence's, and got in obviously I think it was week 4 before Bryant could transfer, and he is unbelievable. He's got a cannon arm, super accurate, definitely a little bit mobile as well. I don't know, really awesome. He's going to be, obviously I'm not alone in this. Everyone thinks he's going to be an unbelievable quarterback, but the guy's a stud. And just to have a look like that, like he's got his own like signature look. It's like the the A. Davis brow. He's got that long like Jeff Spicoli hair. It's great. I love it. And awesome game. I think there was honestly a few big things more than the game that I took away. That Clemson guy early in the game that knocked his own teammate out. It was unbelievable. If you haven't seen the video, check it out. They're celebrating. I think it was an interception, and the guy lays his own teammate out. He got dropped. It was a nice hit, probably the best hit of the game. And then late in the game, or later in the game, I think like the third quarter, there was that one-handed catch. I talked about Trevor Lawrence and him throwing bullets. There's not a chance that that catch was made legally. You're telling me a receiver can one-handed catch the ball like that with nothing on their gloves? There's no stickum there? Trevor Lawrence threw a seed. He couldn't have thrown it any harder. And that was a full one-handed catch. No assistance from the second hand. There's something fishy on those gloves. I'm not going to say it, but I'm going to say it. There's definitely something a little bit funky on those gloves, that's for sure. And so the last thing was I actually was, again, do this every week apparently, but I was going to record this I was going to record this yesterday morning for my first day, but I actually fell asleep watching Bird Box on Sunday night. I think I was a little bit depressed from the Bears probably, so ended up falling asleep part of the way through. These flashing lights over here messing with me. I fell asleep halfway through, couldn't make it through, and you'd think that would lead to obviously the movie not being good. It's an intense thriller movie, and you fall asleep halfway through. I loved it, honestly. I think it's going to be the same critique everyone's had. The ending was very anticlimactic. They literally spent a whole movie keeping you on the edge of your seat, and I'm just sitting there at the end, and I just I don't want to ruin it. I'm not gonna say anything, but I didn't love the ending. I almost ruined it there. I hate spoilers. I just didn't like it. Most people didn't like the ending either, so I'm sure people have said that, and we're just gonna leave it at that. But the entire movie kept you on the edge of the seat the whole time, and honestly, if that's the only critique I had, the bad ending, I thought the rest of it was really good. Really liked it. Sandra Bullock, obviously unbelievable. The kid actors were very good too, obviously, although they played a very small role. They did a really good job, and John Malkovich was good. Obviously, the supporting cast was really good as well. Awesome movie. I recommend it. A lot of people, I think, are saying like it was made for the memes and all this stuff, and in a way I get that, but I just thought it was one of those things when a movie can keep you on the edge of your seat and keep you kind of tense and feeling uncomfortable the entire time, they've done their job. So I was definitely a fan. Don't take it on me falling asleep. Definitely check out Bird Box. With that, I'll head off to my second day at the new job, and we'll have some new updates probably later this week.